fix everything in a relationship to make it work and women have to simply exist? Or how about the time there was a study done that said 80% of women find men unattractive, so why would they try anymore? Or the pivotal moment where men can be accused of SA or grape at any given moment by accident just because a woman is pissed off because she was rejected? Or what about the pivotal moment that women have constantly told men that they're so undesirable that they would rather pick a bear over a human being, as if men don't have feelings? Or how about the pivotal moment that every single man that ever chased a woman was considered a simp and women simply didn't respect them or want to be with them because they're chasing and they're trying too hard? What about the pivotal moment when the nice guy gets left because he's not toxic enough? Or what about the pivotal moment where men can't even simply be respectful without it being considered creepy or too friendly? Or what about the time that women decided that not even Cheesecake Factory was good enough for a first date? That they didn't want to get to know men for who they are. They wanted to know how much money they made and their status. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound worth chasing.
There've been a few comments like this where guys have said they won't approach because they don't want to make a woman feel uncomfortable. I don't quite get comments like this because talk to women in a way that you would any other female in your life. Your female friends, your sister, your mum. Like, you wouldn't be talking to any of them in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable unless you're being aggressive in some way. A simple hi, hello, how you going doesn't make people feel uncomfortable. That's how a normal person talks to another person. But if you're not getting anything back, then I would stop the conversation there and step back. You will make her feel uncomfortable though if you don't leave her alone when she is clearly not interested, or if you come on too strong. So keep it simple. Talk to girls the way you would talk to any other female in your life that, you know, is close to you. Doesn't have to be any serious intentions behind it. It could be as simple as just trying to get to know them and being friendly. There've been a few comments like this where guys have said they won't approach because they don't want to make...
I don't know what man needs to answer this question, but how come when y'all see a woman and you see that she's not in the mood to speak to anybody, that's the best time y'all think to pursue her? If I don't look like I want to be spoken to, why are you telling me to put a smile on my face? Want me to be walking around like this? I don't know what man needs to answer this question, but how...
Women are failing men. Ladies, the reason that no man is approaching you is because of you, not them. I did the dirty work and asked men why they were afraid to talk to you and got over 5,000 responses. And there was definitely a common theme. Let's read some. I would say fear of rejection and being humiliated in front of everyone. I am not worthy enough to talk to women. I just have nothing to offer them except boring, normal life. Rejection paralyzes me. Current culture feels like I will be perceived as a creep for talking to a girl I don't know. Mostly it's the fear of rejection, like I'm bothering them somehow. Rejection, maybe. Ending up on TikTok, if you get my drift. Worried about being judged for not meeting the woman's appearance standards. So to the ladies, do better. The environment that you've created for men is only leading to the singleness that you continue to complain about. And to the men, maybe knowing that these responses were a trend amongst 5,000 of you is a bit reassuring, if anything.
A man being concerned about being viewed as creepy while approaching a woman shows an awareness of the reality of violence that women face when they are approached by men, when they deal with men, when they're talked to by men, when they're harassed by men, cackled by men, etc. And he does not want to be a part of said reality. There is literally nothing negative about men starting to be hyper aware of how they're interacting with women. There's no negative to that because it's been on the other end of the spectrum for so long, right? Like, men have been so used to women being at their disposal and their availability whenever they want to, right? That now some men see as a slight that, oh my God, I have to worry about being viewed as a creep. You have to worry about being viewed as a creep while we have to worry about death. This is not a slight to you if you are concerned about being viewed as creepy. You should be. You should be thinking, how am I going to approach this woman in a way that is not going to scare her, that is not going to creep her out or freak her out or make her feel like I am dangerous. You should absolutely be thinking that. And then for the men that are like, well, how am I supposed to date women now? Oh my gosh, like, how am I supposed to go on dates? Do you hear yourself? Your complaint is that going out on dates with women is now going to be harder for you. That doesn't sound like the most privileged thing. Being harder for y'all to approach us is not oppression. That is not a slight to you. That is a byproduct of the violence that we have to deal with and face. It's a byproduct of all these other men in the world that make that so difficult. A black woman and girl was killed every 6 hours in 2020. Around 81% of women in general deal with sexual harassment. Women get killed for saying no to men on the street. Until those statistics and statistics like it stop, we have a right to not be sure if you as a man approaching us is going to be one of those men. And you need to start thinking about your behavior and making sure you do not become one of those men or come off as one of those men. This is not a negative thing. A lot of y'all need to be concerned about being viewed as a creep. So,
to my ladies, I need you to listen to me for a second. This is for you. Guys have no problem pursuing you. I promise you. It's in our nature to want to go after the woman that we want. But the reason why a lot of us men do not care to pursue women anymore is because we know in our hearts that we're in competition with so many other guys. And before you sit there and say, oh, what's wrong with a little bit of competition? These women know that. And instead of y'all going after the guy that y'all know is truly good for you, you'll sit there and let these men fight for you over and over again until the last one is standing. And quite frankly, for me, if I know I'm in competition with another guy and a girl is playing me against another dude, yeah, not happening. See, a problem with a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women is that y'all ego tells y'all that y'all have so many options. But I'm going to tell you something as a man. Just because a lot of men want you does not mean they want you for real. A lot of these dudes lust after y'all. A lot of these dudes only want you for your flesh. So while you playing games with the dude that really rock with y'all, you choose the dude who really just want to use you, and then after he done with you, you end up saying all guys ain't shit. But really you the problem. Like I said before, I ain't got no problem going up to a girl, asking her for a phone number and everything like that. But as soon as I see that there's no interest, that's where you lost me. A lot of guys with self-respect are not going to sit around and just boost your ego while you entertaining other dudes. I go for the woman that want me.
are you hearing yourselves? Like, do you like women? What exactly is the tactic here? To beat down the self-esteem of all women collectively so that we have no choice but to lower our standards and accept your low effort / mediocre love attempts? I never said that men don't approach me when I go out. I was pointing out a pattern of behavior I was seeing at a party that I was at that I feel like is more representative of the average NYC man. Stingy men are a huge ick, so we are immediately not compatible. Reading through the comments in that last video, you guys sound pathetic. Why would any woman date you? Like being told off rip that you have zero desire to put in the effort to make any romantic connection work. Like you don't want to show interest by buying a drink. What is wrong with you? Who raised you? Like why do you think that's a good thing to admit on the internet? Like why go to parties then? What was the point of getting dressed? That particular party was not free, so why would you pay for a ticket? As a man hearing these questions, if your mind immediately jumps to I'm accusing you of being gay, then you just don't have the critical thinking skills required to like meaningfully engage in this discussion. Because it goes beyond buying drinks. It really just communicates that in a relationship, you are not willing to do the things that you know will make your partner happy or feel desired. And fear of rejection, like be fucking for real. You know who has a real reason to fear rejection? Women. Like we can literally die over a man's ego. Get some confidence and figure it out because insecure men are literally a danger hazard for women. I've had a man literally chase me down the street and try to throw water bottles at my head simply because I didn't respond to a compliment that he gave me because I was walking down the street with headphones in.
And ask her for her name and try to start a conversation. You feel me? That's the first thing. The second thing is that you guys label that as toxic to only the men that you're not interested in. And the problem with the men that you are interested in, the one that you are throwing all those hints to, well, guess what? Those men have a whole bunch of other better looking women throwing hints at them too. You can't compete, and that's what you need to understand. You can't compete with the other types of females that are throwing the same hints to those type of dudes, man. A lot of women forgot that they are average at best. You know, most of y'all below average. You feel me? So you need average or below average dude to feel comfortable approaching you. But when the average and below average dude feels like, man, if I approach any female at any time, this could turn real ugly for me. I mean, you're already screaming at the camera, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all did it to yourselves, ladies.
Why And we were just talking about how men never approach women.
Is this seriously coming as a surprise? And no, it's not for the following reasons about to be mentioned.
And I get it, it's nerve-wracking, it's uncomfortable, it could be like severe rejection, all these things, but
what?
it's frustrating when it feels like women have to do all of the work.
Oh yes, how terrible. It must be absolutely awful to have to put forth some effort into actually approaching someone that a person might be interested in. I can see why some women are complaining, because traditionally, men did all that work.
And we were sitting there observing, and there was only one girl that was really talking to a few men, and every single time she was approaching them.
Wait, I thought that's what some women wanted. It's almost like I have to keep repeating myself here. It seems that some women only want equality, only when it benefits them. But when it comes to actually getting something that they want, some women just expect it to come to them.
So what is it? Like, what do women need to do to be approachable?